My page of good thoughts is filled with school stickers, not just because I'm Asian, but because when I was younger I really badly wanted to be a teacher, so I got 1,200 teacher stickers and then I didn't know what to do with them because I had no students to teach. So I filled this page with them. Hi guys, so this is my Wreck This Journal. Hi guys and welcome back for another video. So today I thought I'd give you a quick flick through of my Wreck This Journal. I've had it for at least 5 years. I used to post photos of it when I was doing it back in like 2012 or 2013 on my Instagram. My book is pretty self-explanatory, so I thought I'd just flick through, and then if there's anything that needs explaining then I'll just explain it. It's very easy to make Wreck This Journals ugly and dirty and messy, but I kind of want it to look pretty so that I can look back at it and it will store nicer if there isn't mould growing all over it. I like chocolate. This is basically meant to be like a multicolored mountain in the sunset. These crystals came from those grow your own crystal jar things. Instead of colouring the entire page, I decided to colour one page and then wet it down so that it would leak onto the other page, which is kind of cheating. I like dogs a lot and you'll see them as a reoccurring theme. To draw lines while in motion, and basically this was when I was taking off in an aeroplane from Faro in Algarve in 2013 in Portugal, and then this, as you can see, is where we took off and it went like that. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the criteria I chose for my camera when I was going to start doing YouTube or Instagram. So as you can tell, 12 megapixels is a long time ago. Weirdly, I ended up getting the one right at the bottom of my list. Because I started this when I was 12, to me now it does seem a bit ugly. Like as an 18-year-old I feel like I would do it a lot differently, but in a way it's maybe nice to see the progression. Underneath this photo there is definitely some dirt which I wanted to hide. My granddad passed me on his stamp collection and he had hundreds of these ones, so these were the ones that I stuck in here because they weren't of great value. I can't remember what this page told you to do, but I remember it wasn't make it into a pocket. I just didn't like what it told me to do. So inside here I've made a mini time capsule. When I went to Paris with my friends, we went to Musée de la Vie Romantique. We went there from 2 till 4 p.m. on the 15th of February 2017. I have some special pen pal buttons in there, some origami, some failed Polaroids, some stickers that I made. Back in March of 2014 I put on 3 wish bracelets, a white one, a maroon and a purple one, and then in 2015 on the 5th of August in Portugal on our family holiday they fell off, and apparently that's when your wish is meant to come true. This is my Scottish folk song that I sang when I was doing my grade 5 singing. I then got into doodling quite a lot, and my English folder is completely covered with doodles like this. I asked my sister to do something destructive and she burnt it. This page said put random stuff here, so it has again more stickers. Found an interesting news article about how clouds could be zapped by lasers to stop it raining, and I think they might have done that for the royal wedding. Put this journal in a public place and asked people to draw here. I think what happened was I was worried if I stuck it in a public place that people might draw profanities in it. My French exchange wrote me a letter, so I stuck that in there. I have a letter from my sister, a letter from a friend in London. This page was for pocket lint, so again more Odeon tickets, chocolate. This friendship bracelet came from my friend from Thailand. I traced my hand like it told me to, but then I had loads of hand drawings from my art GCSE back in 2015, so I stuck that in there too. So I wrote my name, and it's all 3D in Chinese, and I have a tea bag for some reason. I don't think I like this tea. I personally think this is kind of gross, but I like the purple. I think it just looks pretty. This told me to write or draw with my left hand, so I basically drew something but back to front so that the sky was green and the grass was blue, and then the tree trunk was green and the leaves were brown. And then I wrote with my left hand, but if you read the words they sound a bit disturbing, but that's because my sister was reading out loud this book that she was reading at the time, and I remember it being a bit dull. It said this was a space for negative comments, and I did write them, but then I hated that page so much. It just made me feel really rubbish whenever I saw it, so instead I covered it with a space for positive comments, and I wrote nice things on it. If you haven't noticed by now, I do have quite an affinity for stickers. Glue in a page from a magazine and circle the words you like. Rose gold by Schwarzkopf, free, peroxide, Vitin and ion. Write with the pen in your mouth. To be honest, I thought I was quite good. This was a good form of procrastination. This page tells you to write backwards, and again this is going to be another form of procrastination, but I decided to revise homeostasis at the same time, so it was actually very good. This is another diary entry from Saturday the 17th of September 2016. Here what I did is I created a timeline of these roses, but I thought it was quite nice with the gradient of the Polaroids. This is a page dedicated to internal monologue, so I'm going to just blur it. On the next page you can actually see the imprinting of the stuff that I wrote. Basically I did, I think it's chalk, oh no, it's oil pastel, and I made a little heart. This page tells you to hide a secret message somewhere in the book, and I think I hid about 10. This is just a poem that we had to learn in our French class and I really liked it. Yes. Rub this page on a dirty car. Because we don't actually own a car, this dirt came off a rented car that we got. This told me to cover the page in W's, so I somehow happened to have loads of these wooden W's, and that was random, but it worked. I didn't really want to collect dead bugs on this page, so I'm just gonna say I did collect them, and then they fermented and blew away as dust. was Squirt Liquid here. On this last page, I have a few quotes from a calendar that I cut up when I was finished with it. That is my Wreck This journal. That is why it's so fat. One of the things I like the most about my Wreck This journal is that I have the diary entries in here. I think it just adds quite a nice touch, so when I'm flicking back I can read what I was doing on that day, and it just gives more context of the photos that I'm sticking in as well.